The Fly Fifer podcast. Let's talk. Your chat, your way.
This will be a wee bit funny. Shahur, sir, and welcome to the Fly Fifer podcast. Tonight we're sat with, I should say tonight. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. All right, how about that? So tonight, anyway, because it is night, I'm sat tonight with Abbie. Tell me again, Thompson, yes. And Abbie is the owner, proprietor, leaseholder of Murphy's Café, where we were at the weekend doing stuff for the Cannonbawz guys. Doing stuff for Abbie, doing stuff for the kid. We were there, right? So anyway, I've asked Abbie to come on because we're new to the village and stuff like that, and I want to find out more about the locals. And I had intended on speaking to some of the business owners around about anyway, because we've moved here with the discos and stuff like that. So it'd be good to get to know a few other business owners round about. But not only that, get to know who are all involved in the heartbeat of this here village lot, Karen. So, over to you, Abbie. You're going to say who you are, what you do, and where you come from. It's all you. Now, see when that's red, that means it's on you.
On me.
So you can either look at that or you can look at me, but you can look at that and you're talking to the people that are listening.
Divide between.
Do a bit of both, aye. And when I see you looking at me, I'll bang it on the other one that says both of us there, right? Okay. Very fancy this. But anyway, come on. What's your name? Where'd you come from?
So, I'm Abbie Thompson. It's me and my mum, actually, that have got the lease.
Sorry, Mum.
No, that's okay. It's all right. She's in the background in the kitchen. So we've got the lease of Murphy's Café out at the golf course at Locaram. We've had it only since the start of the year.
Right.
We took it over middle of April, start of April this year.
Right, okay.
Closed it down for a while, did some bits and pieces, renovated a little bit, and opened it up, and it's been really good fun.
Looks good.
Really good fun. It's good, yeah.
There's a good menu. I'm just going to say there's a veggie menu, which is good.
Yeah.
It's good for me. Didn't know that at first, but after being there at the weekend. What? Oh, aye, and there's gluten-free cakes as well.
We cater for all, you know.
Yes, you try, and you do well.
But no, it's been really busy. It's been good fun. A lot of local trade as well,
yeah,
which is always good. And being on the NC 500, we're the first ones they catch into the village.
I wanted to say that to you. Every time you post anything, you should be hashtagging NC 500.
I'm getting to grips with the whole social media presence, so I'll need some tips. But yeah.
Every time, no matter what you post, whether it's a dug, a bacon roll, whatever, NC 500.
Yeah, because it's been really, really successful.
Yeah.
In the past couple of years, the NC 500 has just been taking more and more people. So
yeah.
So we're getting the best of that. So no, it's been really good.
So you say mum, right? Mum's no here because we, don't want to fling this sort of thing at your mum. But
I'm not sure it would be her jam, but I can represent the two
I could
of us.
see that when we were talking about it, she was kind of like shoving you.
Yeah, she's like, I've got scones to attend to.
Aye.
You know?
Right, Abbie, you've got the floor with this one.
Yeah.
So the cafe, why did you get in it? And no, before we get anywhere, why Murphy's Café?
What, the name?
Yeah.
It's after our dog.
Right, cool.
So it's after our family dog, Murphy.
Right, okay.
Who is an old boy now. He mostly goes to work with my dad.
Fair enough, yeah.
But yeah, it was really hard to come up with a name for a cafe.
Right. So you were just gazing into the dog's eyes and figured...
Yeah, it was just inspiration,
a couple of vinos in, Murphy's Café, here we go.
Years. It was suggested that it should be Abbie's Cafe, but no one really wants their own name on the thing. It's a bit,
this is true.
Yeah. So we thought the dog can take that. So
well done, Murphy.
A lot of people think it's an Irish cafe and expect us to be Irish, which I never thought of at the time.
All right, okay.
But they soon realise we're not.
That's maybe a theme to go with then. Murphy's.
Indeed.
Get a couple of shamrocks. See your logo or whatever. Get a couple of shamrocks in there, maybe. But you never know.
The Irish connection. Yeah.
Aye, why not? The dog's called Murphy. Why not call it Murphy? Aye, it works.
Yeah.
Totally works. What kind of dog is he?
He's a Springer Spaniel.
Oh, another Springer.
Oh, so he's excited.
We know about Springers.
Yeah.
We know about Springers.
He's getting a bit old, but he's still springy.
We've got one here who goes by the name of Nessie. Asshole. Fucking tube.
Yeah, Murphy's got a few of those.
We can fling at her.
Some of them are quite, nice, but the others are a bit like, fuck's sake.
And I apologise. I swear, I fucking just speak as I speak.
I meant to ask at the start, is swearing okay?
I didn't see it as like really swearing. We're just being real and we're just talking. We're just
Scottish,
being us.
Scottish people talking.
Scottish people fucking swear. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And it's like, I'm not going to go into another word that I use frequently, but there's all flavours of see you next Tuesday.
Exactly.
You can have nice, bad, ugly, horrible, nasty, or decent.
Exactly. It's
using
a
that word. So
plethora of words, meanings.
aye. So where was I going? Right, we know it's Murphy's because of the dog. The dog was a Springer. You and Mum connection then, I guess, is next.
So, when we first...
Sorry, anyone in the village that's offended. Swearing. We'll try our best not to.
It's not a Sabbath.
Sorry. All right, cool, we're good.
But yeah, so when we first moved up to Lochcarron, well, it was Strathcarron at first,
Right,
the
okay.
train station there. We moved up, me, Mum, Dad.
Come forward a bit to that mic, or pull that mic towards you, just so we can get a nice deep husky voice.
Husky voice.
Yes.
So yeah, we moved up about 17 years ago now.
Wow.
The three of us, and it was
From?
because from Finechty, just outside Buckie on the east coast.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So we moved up from there because Mum and Dad bought the Strathcarron Hotel.
Ooh.
So we had that for 9 years, I think it was.
Right. Okay.
And then we sold it. We sold it 8+ years ago, anyway.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, so we were in that industry together. We ran it. Me on the bar, me and Dad on the bar, housekeeping, Mum back in the kitchen.
A bit of everything.
Yeah, we just kind of all mucked in together. It was
Yep.
great fun. A different beast from the cafe, though. Wouldn't go back to that. It was great fun, but it's a lot. So then
It's all right having a bar, I think, and maybe getting people drunk and then letting them go somewhere else. But getting them drunk
upstairs.
and then putting them up the stairs must be something completely different.
yeah, trying to corral them all through the reception, you know. So it was good. It was really good. But then we sold that. I took a hiatus to have children.
Right, as you do.
Yes, and then the cafe came up for lease the start of this year, and we just thought that's more manageable now with the kids. And Mum and Dad have got a croft; they've got their own thing going on too.
Right,
so
okay.
it's a bit more 9 till 3, 5 days a week. We can do that rather than 24/7 at the hotel.
Aye.
Yeah. So, but no, and the difference is we're enjoying it now,
Aye.
rather than the hotel got to the point where you're just like,
Do we have to?
Yeah,
Aye. Do
this
we
is
have to go
exhausting.
again? Yeah.
So yeah, that's the
Right.
origin story for us.
So the hotel, 17 years ago, right, and you moved here from Buckie or just outside Buckie. So I'm guessing you're only in late 20s, 30s now?
Oh, why thanks.
I'm
No,
trying.
I'm 35.
I'm
You're
35.
35 soon. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Right, so you came here as quite a young person then. So how was
I
that
think I
move?
must have been. Now, apologies, my maths maybe isn't adding up with these dates, okay? So don't come at me. But I think I must have been about 17, nearly 18.
Right.
When I came up. It was through. I maybe didn't come willingly at that age.
Aye.
Because we were where we were near Elgin, so that's quite a big city at the time. You know, things just leaving high school, you got all your mates and things like that. So coming up here, it was kind of like, oh shit, I'm not really sure what's going on here. There's
And
a
you
train
weren't coming up
station.
here to school then at that point,
No, I
were you?
left school by that point.
Ah, right, aye. So it's like you're really having to find your own feet. Aye.
Exactly,
Yeah.
which is looking back, it's easy enough at that age, but you think like, oh shit, I don't know anybody.
Is there anybody to know?
Well, exactly. I'm the only person under 55 in the village. You know? But it was bizarre because you think, nothing's happening here. Some of the best parties I've ever been to is up here, you know, with all different array of people that you've been friends with since then that are old enough to be my dad, you know. The thing is, there's not that many people in your age range, so you become good friends with all these people through generations, and you're all together, you know.
And I suppose the other advantage is, did Mum and Dad take the hotel at that point?
Yes.
Right, so you're working in the bar, you're getting to meet all the... Right, okay.
Hub of the community. I think if you didn't have that, there was some people in Lochcarron that I've never met because they don't go to the pub.
Right, okay.
You know, same as if you go, if you're a church goer, you don't know the people I know in the pub. You know what I mean? So that helped a lot when we moved up, but I think I would even 6 months in, I would never have moved back into that city life because it was just so much more relaxed. People look out for each other. It's that community thing that you lose in somewhere that sort of size.
Because you can be in a city and be surrounded by millions of people or hundreds of thousands of people, but still feel completely lonely.
Exactly.
Or you
don't
can
know
come
who's
somewhere
living next door.
Aye, exactly. Or you come through here, you know, you can talk to your neighbour next door, or your neighbour's maybe, well, for us, luckily, it's, you know, a couple of 100 feet away, or what, you know, whatever. But I totally get that because I lived in Rosyth, moved to Edinburgh to Livingston, back to Edinburgh, back to Livingston, and now up here over a period of 32 years. I did that, and this has been a move where everybody's like, "Oh no, there's no way." You know, he's a city boy and everything like that. Because when I moved out of Rosyth, I moved into the city, and I hated being away from it, because it was like Rosyth stopped on a Sunday, things like that. Albeit it was a borough of the city, it was like 20 mile away. It's still, when you were in Rosyth, you didn't really venture to the city much, you know what I mean?
There was that divide.
Aye.
You're in one or the other.
So I'm used to everything shutting down on a Sunday, nobody going anywhere. I'm going back 30, 40 years now. And then to move into the city where it just never stopped was like, wow, right, this is what it's all about. But, wow, what an experience. But anyway, it's not about me. Where were we? Loch Carron, moving to Loch Carron.
Yeah, I think I would never, it's nice to go and visit. I remember somebody saying that to me when I first moved up, who's a couple of years older than me, because he had lived in Glasgow. He was born here, moved to Glasgow, and then moved back again. Yeah. And he had said, you know, I was like, why would you do that? Why would you come back? Aye. And he was like, well, because it's great and everything going down there, but I can visit there. I can live here and I can visit there. Yeah. The other way around, you're never going to visit here. You know, it's having it that way is better.
Far better.
And I totally agree with that now.
Yeah, we were talking about that today. It's like, it's great when we nipped over to Skye the day to get Rudy was getting his nuts off. Best way to put it, right? He was getting castrated. And we were like, this is an hour from our home. You know what? We were driving through the mountain, looking at all the mountains, all the mist and everything. Even though it was pissing down all day, it didn't matter. It's some dafty forgot a jacket, by the way, so schoolboy era. But it's amazing to be here. And then my daughter's still in Edinburgh, so we're down every 2 weeks to get her. And we don't bring her back up every 2 weeks, but down to visit her. So, yes, I understand that, you can go there and visit. You didn't always come here to visit. So, no, I get that completely.
Exactly. And especially now, when I was younger, when we first moved up, I could see the appeal and kind of went with it. Especially now having had kids. Yeah. You couldn't pick anywhere better to raise wee kids.
And how do they, I mean, they know nothing else then, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, well, because my oldest is 12, so I mean, I was here a few years before I had him. Right. And they love it, you know, I mean, and it's, on the street that we live in, it's probably the most concentrated of the kids that go to the primary school. Every second house has got kids in it. And there's a park there, so they're all just in and out of the house all day. They're outside, even if it's piss and rain. Yep. So it's that sort of thing. Don't get me wrong, they love it when we go down to Glasgow for the weekend and it's like, oh, look at all these people. But then it's the country bumpkin thing of, no, you can't just talk to everyone because some of them are mental.
Some of them are nuts, you know, like, they will want to come home with you.
You know, no dear, he's on drugs. Leave him alone.
Yeah, totally get that.
But I'd rather, and kids up here as well, stay kids for longer. Right. Even taking them down to, like, say, Inverness. I mean, it's not Glasgow, but it's different from here.
Still a city.
Exactly.
And it's busy enough.
You see, at the park, you see kids that are similar ages with my 12-year-old, and they're fucking swearing and throwing shit and and it's just like, you guys just can't be the same thing because you're just still a wee kid that's lovely and...
Dave Wheely's on that motorbike and mine can't even change a gear on a motorbike. What's going on?
So it's kind of like... Seeing that difference is quite nice. I mean, there's pros and cons because then as well, sometimes there's fuck all for them to do. Right. You know,
where it's pissing down for 2 weeks or something like that.
Exactly. You can't nip to the cinema because
that only comes once every 6 months or something.
Exactly. Yeah, which is a bizarre concept too. The lorry that comes with the cinema in the back.
Can't wait, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Have you not been in it before?
Not been in it before. Never.
It's sweet. So it kind of like it's an Arctic. Sorry, that keeps banging.
That's right.
It's an Arctic lorry, but the sides kind of come out. Right. And it's a full-size fucking cinema in it.
Brilliant, man.
They sell popcorn, all sorts of stuff, and it is ace.
See, it's not all bad being in the sticks, man.
Yeah.
You.
Mobile cinemas, it's ace. But yeah, no, I couldn't fault it. It's a great place to be. That distance from everything, that's the one thing that kind of gets you sometimes. Because in the middle of winter, when it's been pissing rain all the time, and it's dark all the time, you think, oh, it'd be nice to just go wander about some shops and you know things like that, but it's fleeting and it's an hour and a half there and an hour and a half back. I'm not doing it.
Nah,
you know? I'll go to the Spar for a wee wander around.
We've been down a few times and it's kind of like the mother-in-law needs her hair done, so we're going to go to Dingwall at some point, let her get her hair done. Yeah. The wee guy needed school uniform, so we're doing for that. We do a disco down there once a month, and now he's cottoned on that the disco we do is right next to the skate park, so it's like, so we're not only working all day, we're now 3 hours at the skate park after working all day, which is great. But no, I get it. I love up here, man. It's like something else, man. But then as well, it's like every day I mean, there's. I've seen me sit at that door there that you walked through, just sitting there with a cup of tea, just staring. You know, almost like a dog drool dripping out. Like, this is my
just
front
contained.
door.
Well, I think that's the thing, because sometimes folk in the cafe will come in and say, do you get used to it? And I always say, oh, no, but sometimes you do. And then one day you're driving through the glen and it's a beautiful day, or it's a rainbow, or snow or something like that, and you just go, fucking hell. People come on holiday to where we live.
Yes.
It's a pretty cool thing, you know. So yeah, sometimes you kind of take it for granted because you get used to everything.
Yeah.
So it's nice to kind of, when it does hit you, and you just go, it's not bad.
So you're used to working your own sort of business, whether it's mum or dad's, and you're working in that. It's kind of like the family thing. So it's kind of like your business as much as it is theirs. Their name might be over the door, but you're grafting in it for mum and dad anyway. So it's like it's like as good as yours as theirs anyway. And so that'll be about, 17, 18 years you've done that. So going in for that to the cafe, how are you finding that? Is it still controlled by mum, or are you and mum just totally together? Or
it's me and mum are totally together in with this. So it was kind of when I heard that the cafe came up for lease, it was kind of a going round to mum's for a cup of tea and be like, so I've got an idea.
Right. Talk to the mum.
You know the one I mean. But of course, mum was straight on board straight away. Because, like I said, the hotel was a different beast, and it was theirs, and it was primarily, it was theirs, but we were doing it as a team. So it's nice, which was a working dynamic, and it was great and everything, but it's nice now that it's me and mum together.
Right.
As both of us are footing the bill, both of us are responsibility on our heads.
Right. Business partners.
Yes.
Yeah, officially.
That's exactly it. But it does. But then sometimes I have to check myself, because even today I was like, "Oh, Mum, can I take some eggs home?" And she's like, "They're your eggs. Take them home." So it does take a while to get out of that sort of mentality, but
that's good as well, though, because you're checking with your business partner. You're not just saying, right,
exactly,
that's mine, I'm taking it. You know what I mean?
And then she comes in and goes, "There's fucking all my eggs."
Where's the eggs?
Exactly.
You know, at least she knows. You know,
Exactly.
which is good. And how? I mean, is it much different going for the hotel at the cafe? I guess there's less people, less hassle. Yes, I get that, but I mean, the kitchen wise, I mean, was that because you said the bar all the time? But
the bar,
I guess you did everything.
Yeah, you just mucked in. You just jumped from one to the other, sort of thing. To be honest, when we first got the cafe, I was quite nervous because I hadn't done it for years.
Right.
You know, because I had a wee cleaning business.
Right, so there was a gap in between then, right?
There was a gap in between, quite a few years, where I was doing holiday homes. So you're on your own. You're not speaking to anyone. You're not having that banter, and I've got toddlers at home, so you're not really getting that. And when my husband comes home, I'm fast asleep because I'm knackered. So when we first started floating the idea of the cafe, I was a bit nervous about it because I thought, I haven't spoke to people, you know, in a long time. But then once we did open the cafe, it was like, I haven't spoke to sober people in a long time. You know? It was, you know, the big biking group of residents that are here from Ireland to drink for 3 nights straight. Right. I don't miss that.
Don't miss that.
It's good banter, but then you're the one that's having to shimmy them out the door at the end of the night when they don't want to go to bed. So that's the bit I don't miss. But you were seeing, that was the customers you were seeing.
It's entertainment business. It really is.
I remember,
not just a bar person, you know, or you're the entertainment man.
I mind when I first started on the bar, obviously I was a while because I was 17, and then when I turned 18, then Dad was like, right, get you on the bar. And I mind shitting myself. I was like, fuck, like, I've never really been in pubs in my life. You know what I mean? Like, I've just stopped drinking cider in a field. You know? And now I'm selling this stuff.
Sell it.
And then Dad was just like, it's a piece of piss. He was like, make a character, adopt that character, and just do it.
Good way. Well done, man. Mr. Thompson.
Fled. Maiden name.
All right, okay, Fled.
But he was right. And it's even some days at the cafe, you know, you're knackered and you're just like, right, that's it. And once you're doing it, that's what it is.
Exactly.
You know?
And at the end of the day, every single one of us on this planet are umpteen characters.
Exactly.
Like, people... I have this thing, right? We've been doing this podcast a long time, my friend and I, Alan, right? So we firmly believe that every single person on this planet is schizophrenic. There is not just, you shut your eyes right now and shut your eyes and just talk to yourself. What the fuckity fuck is that? You know what I mean? Because this bag of wind and water isn't making any noise. That's inside. So
And I can see it.
Aye.
I can hear it.
and you can hear it. Yes. So totally believe that if someone ever says, "Oh, you're talking to yourself, you're schizo," you're right. And I'll say to you, I talk to my Brian all the time. Brian wants to go really fast in the car or the van, and I have to have a conversation. And if I don't pass somebody on the road, I'm like, right, okay, and I'm like, it's half the time internally arguing. Well, I go, won't I go? No, I didn't go. You've got the family in the car. Slow the fuck down. You know, things like that. Yes. So yes, we are all schizophrenic. I don't know how I got onto this, but it was Dad's character thing. So if he's telling you adopt a character for the bar, yes.
And it is the same
Because
thing.
it'll be a different character that's mum. You
The
know.
mum that I am picking up at the school gate is not the one that I was chucking
No.
grown men out of a pub because they were drunk with.
No, exactly. Aye.
That one was shitting themselves.
Aye. So kids, you better be aware this woman knows how to deal with shit.
Exactly. Drunk people, toddlers, exact same thing.
Is it right? Aye. Yeah.
But yeah, so I think that was once I realised that the customers that come in are different, then the nerves dropped away because the folk we see, it's all morning and afternoon.
Yeah.
So these people are on their holiday, they spent a lot of money, they're away from work,
Yeah.
they're driving this beautiful countryside, they come in, they're happy.
Yeah.
They're happy to be there, they're happy to tell you how beautiful it is or tell you where they're from and stuff. So that chatting bit, I like that. They're all happy, whereas in the hotel, it was the end of a long day.
Aye. Right.
They fell out in the car,
Aye.
you know, and
They've
then
been
you're
travelling for hours.
you're the first face they see. They want to go home, and you're the one that's getting the brunt of it. You know what I mean? And most people were great. Don't get me wrong, but you don't get that in the cafe because they want to be there.
They want to be there.
You know,
They're
and
just at the start of the journey, maybe.
yes,
You know.
and the
Aye.
sun's shining, or they're just being fed. You know, shit like
Aye.
that. So once
You're kind of like the advice point as well, then, because when they get to you, they're like, "All right, we'll go in here. We'll get a cup of tea. Yes, we'll get a toilet. Excellent." And then it's like, "Oh, we've got that big scary mountain to drive up. I wonder if she's been up it. You know, there will be folks like, I wonder if she knows what it's like. You know, go and ask.
definitely
How many times? Is it okay? Is it safe? Is it this? Is it that?
all the bloody time, which is great. I will always give advice. Okay,
yeah.
not grudging it, but for
No,
fuck's
no,
sake.
I'm just meaning that.
No, oh no, definitely.
You're like the tourist information centre. Well, you're, you know,
Definitely, because especially because we're the first place to come to, and a lot of people think that the golf course is Lochcarron. They don't realise there's more happening.
Aye, yeah.
So a lot of the time, and I'm a chatty person. I like speaking to folk, and I think once you get a bit of banter when you're making a coffee and stuff, then they're like, "Oh, we can ask her where we're going, what we're doing." 95% of the time, because people tend to do. Don't quote me on this.
okay, yeah.
She's
saying it. It's live. It's here. It's recorded.
That's internalized.
Yes.
Most people tend to do the NC 500 clockwise.
Up this way and then out to
And then
east.
Up and right. Yeah, that's the way they do it. Because a lot of people, very few will do
It's
it.
the worst way to do it.
It totally is. Don't do it. Do it
You need to go
anti-clockwise.
east to west.
Definitely. But so 95% of the people that come in, you say, "Oh, where are you heading to next?" Applecross.
Applecross, yeah.
Very few are heading the other way.
Yeah.
Probably because they've just come down the Bialik and they don't want to stop because they're terrified.
Yeah.
You know.
Aye.
But it's nice having that wee thing because you can help people out that are even just looking for. Oh, we need to go to a pharmacy. Where's
Right.
Where's
yeah.
the nearest Tesco? Well, an hour that way.
I know, aye,
things
yeah.
like that. So, but it is. You do have that element of it as well. But I think if you weren't as chatty or. I'm not going to say welcoming to kind of boost my own self, but you know what I mean. Like,
but
if
you
you're not
are welcome, and that's why I asked you to come on here, because, you know, it wasn't just all about the Cannonbawz thing at the weekend. We'd been in a few times, and we could tell how friendly and chatty you were. And I was thinking then, and then when I seen this Cannonbawz thing, and they said they were stopping there, and it was Claire that told me, she was like, "Oh, I was up here doing something, probably sticking this shite to the wall." Or something. And I got a message that they were doing the thing, and they were stopping at your cafe, and I was like, but we've got to go to Aberdeen at the weekend. Fuck it, I'm going along.
We do it all.
you know what I mean? We'll just do it all. But I had been prior and knew that you were quite chatty, and I've been wanting to do this with folk from the community anyway. So, I mean, I'm here, I'm building it. I mean, we're not quite finished yet. There's a bit more.
No, but hey, it's awesome.
You know, we're getting there. So I wanted to do people, you know, get people on locally just to chat. And there's no podcasts up here that I'm aware of. So
no, which is really nice that it's something that can.
It's something different, right? Yeah, and I forgot what I was talking about
That's
again.
quite all right. The other thing is just with that's quite all right. The other thing as well is that it's, you know, speaking to folk in the community and things is great, The one thing that I would never class myself as is a local because I've not been.
Oh no, you're not born and bred.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Even though I could, my kids are locals, which is fantastic.
Born and bred here. Yeah.
But that's the thing, people, because even like you meet people for the first time who are born and bred, and they say, "Oh, you're local," and you say, "Oh yeah, I'm here." Oh, since when? Oh, 17 years ago. No, you're not then.
Nah, exactly.
Like, right, okay, maybe not.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's a great thing doing this because it's you know, and like you say, the cafe is that wee hub that people first come to, and even for the Cannonbawz as well.
Yeah.
I think that what probably attracted them to us is because we've got the big car park.
Big car park.
They're all lined up. It's looking pretty sweet, you know.
It's a wee meeting point before they hit the billet. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. And that's one thing that goes in our favour as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, most people come to us first before going to Lochcarron.
Yeah.
But the people that come the other way, sometimes I think, how do they get to us? There's, you know what I mean? There's so many other lovely establishments in Lochcarron that you've gone past all those, but it's camper vans because they can't get parked.
Can't get parked, As
soon as they, which is fine because when you park in those first and you're halfway across the bloody road, don't do that, man. Move on.
Aye, move on,
So, but that's part of it, I think, that we have in our favour is we've got the parking for loads of cars, big vehicles, stuff like that, which is fantastic.
I don't know, does that all get closed at night at Murphy's?
Yeah.
The golf course, Murphy's, whatever you want to say.
The car park is actually, I think, again, don't quote me, it's not ours. Don't think it's the golf courses.
Right.
I think it's council car park.
It's council car park, right, okay.
So there is the barrier there because you want to deter people from sleeping in it overnight.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure for why. Probably because at some point there was people misbehaving, and then we've got to clean all the shit up.
Aye.
Literal
well,
shit.
they'll camp there,
you know?
literally dump into the...
So it's generally frowned upon, but...
It's something that, you know, even visiting here, holidaying here, because Claire's dad was across the road from us. He was there kind of, 3 years before us? 2.5 anyway that I'm aware of. And we were visiting there a lot, and it's kind of like a common thing you hear once you get to know people, meeting people, chatting to people. There is bloody camper vans this, bloody camper vans that. I had one here. I had a guy, I seen him doing a tour, and I got him in here for a quick chat. He was in a camper van, but the community needs that. So why? What I don't understand is, you know, even in the 3 years or 2.5 years that we've been visiting here, why is no one kind of right? Okay. They are a necessity to the local economy, everyone, whether it's a camper van or are just travellers. Why is there no real, focus on, right, better the devil we know, they're coming, they're here, they're a pain in the ass, but let's put them somewhere.
Exactly, well that was, because that's always been a bit of a thing, because like you say, trade's trade.
Yes.
People will complain, and don't get me wrong, I'll do it as well. I'll be like, fucking tourists.
So do we?
But
and we're only here fucking 3 months.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
But
we took the fucking box things off the top of the van because it was like people drove towards us differently.
We're friendlies. But I think it's, for us, obviously, we need that. We need the tourists to come.
Definitely
and
need it.
I think it's, well, there is actually maybe a bit of a plug. The Lochcarron Hotel, they never used to let camper vans park across from them. And there still is signs there saying no overnight parking, no campers, no campers.
Yeah.
But he's actually coordinated, he's got these wee collapsible bollard things on the pier there. So there's the car park across from them. Behind that, there's like a pier bit that's his ground too.
Yeah.
And what he'll do, which is pretty smart thinking, let them park there. I think it's for free or for a tenner or something like that. They can eat their dinner, they can have a few pints.
Aye.
You know, and you've not got to clean the room in the morning. Fantastic. Put them there. I don't think
it's a no-brainer.
Exactly. And I think if
you got a space for 10 of them and 10 were parking a night, it's £100 a night for Nixie.
And they might not come in for dinner, but they'll have a couple of beers.
And they'll maybe come in for breakfast at least.
Exactly. So I think probably, say, from the camper van thing, say if you've got 10 camper vans, the one arsehole is the one you remember and you damn them all with it, you know. And
which is a shame for everyone, but that is how it is anyway. Yeah,
exactly. I mean, it doesn't bother me at all because I know that the reason I'm in a job is because of you guys, you know.
Yeah.
I think, but although saying that, one of the things, because there was a camper van, I hope they're not watching, there was a camper van that came into us, and they came in to use the toilet, and this is probably the brush that's tars everybody. Yeah. They came in to use the toilet, and then she said, "Oh, we've just got some rubbish. Can we just put it in your bin there?" And it's like, I just said, yeah, sure, go for it, because I thought, fuck it, if I'm nice to you, you might buy a coffee. She didn't. But I think that's the thing. A lot of people say they come here and all they leave is their fucking rubbish.
Yeah.
You know, but at the same time, me with 4 kids, if we were hiring a camper van, we're getting stuff from Tesco's and we're just driving around. So you can't really blame them for that.
No.
I couldn't afford for us all to eat out every night at every pub on the
Definitely
MC
not.
500. So,
And pay for a camper.
well,
'Cause they're
exactly.
no cheap.
Well, exactly. Yeah. So you
Yeah.
think, well, I understand why people just want this mobile self-catering thing that you can do your own shit. Yeah, maybe stop in for a coffee every so often, so you're putting some money back into it. But if you don't, you're getting a holiday out of it. Calm down,
There'll be
everyone.
those that will come in whether they want a coffee or not and buy it just to use your toilet, just because they're giving you something.
I appreciate those people.
There will be, and it'll be 1 in 10, or 2 in 10 or something like that are arsey.
Exactly. I see.
You
I
know.
see them sneaking in.
But
I
it's
see
good
them
that
sneaking.
you see it and you get it though. That's the thing. That's the difference which will make you and your business more successful, as you just see it, you get it, you understand that 8 people are going to be nice, 2 are going to be whatever they are.
Exactly. And I'll never say no. I'll just be like, yeah,
Yeah.
hey, help yourself. Have a good holiday, because maybe if I'm not a dick about it, on the way back they'll come in. Or if they don't, jeez, it's just another person.
But
like,
dumping rubbish, I mean, I think there would have to be well, what are we talking? You know what I mean? Is it 5 black bags or is it a carrier bag? You know, that sort of thing.
Exactly.
But
yeah.
that's like, you've learned that now. You'll say, well, not really, you know, but...
Yeah, exactly. I was just like, oh yeah, sure. And I thought, fuck, maybe our bins are going to be full now. You know? But yeah, so really, people do have a lot of animosity towards them.
But then
it keeps
again,
me
if
like,
you set up, if you had something set up and you had a trade waste thing going on and you had the campers all paying, say to dump your rubbish, to be here overnight's 10 quid, to empty your toilets 15 quid, to dump your rubbish, it's now 20 quid a night.
well,
What you do?
That's the thing, because I
You
think
know.
I remember, again, don't quote me, but
Yeah.
I think there was if the golf course had owned the car park, they had thought about that at one point, but obviously they don't. I'm pretty
so-
positive it's the council, because
Aye.
that would have brought more money in for everything's online now. Since
Everything.
COVID,
Yep.
all you do,
Yep.
you need a code to get into the
Yep.
big maximum height barrier thing.
Yeah.
Put your tenner on, doop, there we go, in we go.
And you go, you're done.
Fucking hey. And then when I get there and work, you're gone anyway. What
And
does it matter?
I mean, we stayed one up at just outside Tongue. I forget the name of the place. You remember it, Claire? The name of that place we stayed. Sorry, Claire's here. I should say that, but she's sitting working in the corner. What is it? No, it's all right. It's just outside Tongue anyway, and that was done online, and we were there with the kids and camping and stuff like that. And we went there. You got in. There was a peg in the grass somewhere on a stone saying, our name. That's where we were to pitch. And then a wee woman came round that night just to check who was who and buggered off again. And
Perfect.
Perfect. The gate was open, the toilet, the shower block was there. She just checked that everyone was meant to be there, and it was perfect. And I mean, every single they had maybe 30 spaces. I think we were a tenner a night,
Exactly.
and she's got nothing to do but maybe clean the toilets after everybody.
Yeah. I think because there's a campsite in Lochcarron.
Right? Yes.
up
Yes.
behind
I
the-
was
up
going to
behind
say
the
that.
garage
Aye.
there. And so it's up behind the garage off the main street. And
Can they get the campers in and up there?
Yeah,
as
you
well?
can.
Right. Okay.
It's
you can.
it's a bit brave, but you can actually.
You can get it in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to the entrance is quite steep, but if you just take your time.
So
yeah,
if
I've
any
seen big
camper
ones.
van people are watching it and you're coming to Lochcarron,
Yes.
the wee campsite, check you can get up the hill, but
Just take your time. It's
Aye.
good, but it's amazing.
park
view, it's
and go
gorgeous.
look.
Yeah,
Aye.
assess the situation.
Aye.
But so mum and dad live past that, so I drive past
Yeah.
that most days. Every single day since end of May, fully booked.
Fully booked.
Fully
Good.
booked. And it's campers, it's tents, it's everything.
Right.
To the point where even the guy next door has got campers in his garden because he's like, "Oh,
There's
fuck
that.
it, you can stay."
Ah,
You
yeah,
know?
yeah.
So there is the want there for
Aye,
people to stay. And I think if I was, especially with the kids, I think if I was in a camper van, I'm not wanting to be in some trashy lay-by somewhere. I'd rather be in amongst folk and know that you're there,
It's
because
safe. There's a truck not
Yeah.
going to come in the back door, through
Exactly.
the night or something like that. You,
you
know?
just don't
Aye.
know, because you do see in the morning a lot of the viewpoints are full of folk, which, hey, it's great.
Yeah.
Crack on as long as you're nice and,
Aye,
and leave
tidy
it,
up at the
leave
back.
it as you found
yeah.
it, go for it. But there's definitely
Right.
something there that's, but thankfully at Niven at the Lochcarron Hotel, he's doing a bit to that
Right.
to
I
get
think,
some
I think I've
appointment.
met the guy. We've been in for dinner once, so I think I've
nice
met
one.
him.
Yeah, no, nice guy.
aye.
He's always thinking of different business ideas, like
Yeah.
noticing things that need, a wee niche sort of thing. And
What's the
that was
guy's
one of
name
them.
again?
Niven.
Niven. I'm looking for a sponsor. Just saying.
Same.
You've got. I'm looking for a sponsor, by the way.
Yeah.
I noticed you run a cafe.
But no, so I mean, there is want for it there. But back to the original statement.
Yeah.
I think it's people come on holiday. And sometimes you just think, well, chill the fuck out.
Yes.
You know what I mean? People are having a good time. Or if you meet them on a bad day, maybe they're having a shit time. Just let it go, you know?
Do you know what? They're coming no matter what. So it's
There's
like...
always trade.
Yeah.
Always trade.
Yeah.
Even though this year the roads have been a bit quieter because the weather's been shit.
Yeah.
So the roads have been a bit quieter. Still plenty to go around, though.
Plenty to go around, aye. I was going to say that. Are you getting a bite at that apple, you know, being where you are? It's good, I think.
Yeah, it's good. We've got, you know, the cafes in Locharan on the main street. They've got more seating. They've got things that we don't.
Yeah.
But then we've got things that they, like the car park.
Right.
Like even like the golf course. That does bring in a bit of trade for us as well, which is quite good, you know.
And is that, I mean, is it busy, the golf course? Because, look, I only pass every now and again, so...
Yeah, it's really fucking busy.
It's really busy, right.
I was quite surprised because golfing... Sorry, golf course. I don't see the appeal.
No, I didn't get it myself, but I mean, loads of folk do. It's back to the camper van thing. Some folk do this.
Exactly.
Some folk do that.
I went round once after we got the cafe. My husband took me around, and I was more interested that the carrier had a slot for my tenants. I was quite happy. You know? Yes, I'm enjoying it now. But loads of people, loads of visitors come from all over the world. You know, because I think it is quite a interesting golf course. So it's.
I'm going to ask a silly question.
Oh God, can I answer it?
Maybe, I hope so. Because you work at the golf course.
Yeah.
Does it have 18?
No, it's got 9.
9, right. So I already
I
can.
hope I'm fucking right.
Aye,
It's got 9, because I
so
did.
is that no usually the thing? It's either 9 or 18?
Yes.
Aye.
But
or 19 if there's a pub at the end. Is that
aye,
another
we're the
19?
19th hole.
You're aye, but aye.
But yeah, so one of the golf course members, because I kind of in a quiet moment, I was like, so how many holes does it actually have? I should probably know this. And he said there's 9, but there's the facility to do them twice. So I think there's a 10th one, and then you continue. I think I don't know, but yeah, it's a golf course. You should play.
Yes,
and get a coffee. Yeah,
yeah, grab a coffee or a bacon roll before you go. Or after you go.
But no, it is busy with tourists. I mean, Americans come, and people take their golf clubs from America with them. Like,
aye, because they want to play all the different courses.
Yeah,
I know that. I'm a roller skater, right? So doing ramp parks and stuff like that. I had a guy on this that came from America, and all he wanted to do was go to ramp parks.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? You've got your skates with you. It's similar to golf. It's just whatever niche you're into.
You're doing that wee tour.
I'm going that tour, right? Where are all the ramp parks around that tour? So it kind of makes sense.
And then as well, if you're into it that much, then
aye.
you're back home
Why
and
would
saying,
you know?
oh, I did one here. Look, this one here. Yeah.
Check the view here.
Exactly.
You know,
yeah.
which we're kind of spoiled with that here.
So we've got, there's things that we've got and things that the other cafes got that we don't. So everyone gets a good slice of the pie.
Right.
And to be honest, you could probably put another 2 cafes in Locharan. Please
Yeah.
don't. But you could. And during the summer, there's enough. You know, we're turning folk away, especially with the bad weather. You can't, I mean, it's pissing down with rain.
Yeah.
We don't have a vast amount of tables. We've got enough, but not a vast, enough for me and Mum to cater to without being too mental. But on shit days like that, you're turning folk away, or they're going takeaway because there's no, so the people you're turning away are slowly working their way down.
Same in Skye. It's busy. Today we were in Portree, and we were in a little cafe. We were in 2 cafes, but both of them were just quick turnover. You know,
Skye's
folk
mental.
in, folk out. Aye, it's nuts over there. Right?
I think it's because we've had a few folk in. Because what people tend to do is they nowadays they base themselves. They get an Airbnb for a week, say in Dorney, and then they go here, and kind of branch out.
Yeah.
And quite a lot of people have come into us and said, "All right, we're doing this bit now," and they've done Skye the day before, and most of them have said it was just so fucking busy that you didn't enjoy the drive. You're not looking around because you're shit. There's people everywhere, so. I think Skye's...
That's only if you're the driver, though.
Yeah, true.
If you're the passenger, you can sit with your thumb up your nose looking at everything, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Skye is incredible, but I think the busyness on... I wouldn't want to run a cafe there. It might just be a bit intense.
I think it was looking at what they had going in, I forget the name of it, but they were pretty full on. Like, it was like table in, table out, table in, table out constant.
Exactly.
You know?
I think for me and Mum, because it's always just the 2 of us, we can manage that. You burn out.
You burn out,
you know,
be fed up with it after.
With the half a dozen tables that we've got inside, if we're outside as well, that's a pretty like strap in sort of day. But with just a half a dozen tables inside, if it's a shit day, even if they're one in, one out, it's a nice flow to it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, but some of these cafes that you're queuing out the door waiting, it wouldn't be enjoyable. We enjoy this.
Yeah.
We don't. You sometimes feel the pressure, but it's not like, oh, for fuck's sake, you know,
No.
we've got to do this again tomorrow. You know, so you're on that kind of cusp of it's still good fun, but you're making coin. You know,
Yes. That's it. Which ultimately is what you're there for.
Exactly.
Aye.
Yeah, it's good we enjoy it, but the bank needs to enjoy it too. You
So
know?
social media, right? I notice you post a lot of dogs. I'm no like social media whiz kid, right? But start posting your breakfast.
Well, see,
Start
this
posting your veggie roll. Tomorrow post a bacon roll. The day after that, the egg and bacon. Put a special on. You know what I mean? The Cannonbawz never bought very much, so there's a load of bacon needing bought.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, buy one get one, 3/4 of the price or something.
I think it was
NC 500.
when we first started doing the cafe. Of course, I was like, right, okay, so we're doing this thing, and it was. I agree. I think now that we're getting used to. I don't think it's getting quieter, but we're getting used to it a bit more. We're kind of managed to juggle everything. Now I'm going to start going in, putting the scones on when they come out of the oven, all this sort of shit. But at the start of it, I realised that like I'm going through my feed and following even early cafe days, following cafes and shit like that. Yeah. And see if it's a breakfast that comes up, you just go past it. Yeah. See if it's a cute dog though.
No, I get that.
You know. But no, I agree. I think it needs to.
Even if you're wandering about. Photo of the house.
Yeah.
If you go for a run, photo of that. Photo, whatever, the cup on the table, the Fly Fifer podcast, whatever you're up to, and just.
It's that kind of evolving as well with, like, again, all those moons ago at the hotel. Yeah. This was never fucking anything to do. Social media was not a thing. No. So, in a way, in my old decrepit age, it's catching up with that as well. Shit, this actually makes a difference. And I know it makes a difference, but it's applying that to your own thing. Yeah.
And the thing is, you don't want to get mental busy. Like,
well, that's the thing.
So that one day you're absolutely hammered, and then you've no staff for it, or you've.
That's the thing.
Or you get the balance wrong as well. So it is a difficult thing.
That's the thing.
You're damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Exactly, because that's at the minute where the numbers is the balance is good. Yeah. We're busy.
Listen, if it's no broken down, fix it. If the dogs is working, just do the dogs.
That's the thing. If we had, maybe in a couple of years when the kids
are working. I've got 4 you can borrow, you can take them on, get photos.
Excellent. The next 4 days, sorry. Yeah. But yeah, so no, it's if it's not broken, don't fix it.
Fix it. Yeah, no, I agree. No, the cafe's good, the menu's good. We've been along a few times, totally happy. You did cake. I keep forgetting it. I keep wanting to say aubergine, but it wasn't aubergine.
Courgette.
It was courgette and lime.
Courgette and lime,
and
which
what
sounds...
a fucking cake that was. More, make more.
It sounds mental, because I remember whenever, because we've got all the cakes on like cake domes on the counter there, so beautiful wee glass things and that. And most of the time people would come up and they'd be like, oh, what's that? And you say courgette and lime, and they go, ooh. And I remember when you first came up, you were like, don't want to know what it is, just give me it. And I was like, yes, this is the perfect test.
Because everything was obvious. That was chocolate cake. That was currant cake or whatever, birthday cake, whatever the hell it was.
Exactly.
But that one stood out as, whoa.
That's the thing. So I remember, but that's why I remembered you the first time, because I thought, great, this is actual, like, open palate. Not, not having courgette in the back of your head.
But it was fucking lovely anyway. It was good.
I'm glad.
Which, moving on, Cannonbawz.
Cannonbawz.
Do you want more of that sort of thing? I know, look, Abbie was busy as fuck in there doing teas and whatever you were doing, looking after the place. I was chatting to folk in the corridor, so I didn't really see much outside either. But is that something you want to chase more of? Like, because there's a lot that passes the door here. I've seen them countless times. We've seen bikers. We've seen, like, little...
Kit cars.
Kit cars. All sorts of cars. There was a whole bunch of loonies going past with St Andrew's flags or the cars and everything like that. And I was like... And then it was the Cannonbawz, and I quite like the idea of it, but I don't own a cafe, so...
I think it's always good if somebody phones on a Monday and says 30 of us come in for bacon rolls and cups of tea, 1 o'clock on Saturday. Perfect. Do that. Yes. Do not turn up.
Aye.
And because we'd got caught out with one of those before, because we can't. We're the cafe. You guys don't. But it's like we can't see the car park. If I'm working in the cafe, we can't see who's coming in. So you've no idea if there's no one there or if there's 40 people about to come in. So it was a few weeks ago, just pottering about, relatively quiet, and 2 or 3 folk came in, obviously in car club with their car club wanker jumpers on and things.
Car club waters? You can't say
That's
that.
a term of endearment.
It's like the C word that I said earlier.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a good thing. Trust me.
It's a Scottish thing. It's a good thing.
Aye.
Good guys. But they came in, ordered a couple of rolls to sit in, made it for them. A couple more came in. So you've now catered for a few of them.
Yeah.
Then fucking 19 of them come in, and you're kind of like, shit, I can't say anything because I've already served you guys.
Yeah.
Whereas sometimes folk will come in and say, have you got a table for 20? And I'm like, ha. And they're like, no, really? And I'm
I've
like,
got room for 20.
but it's like, I do not understand
Yeah.
how folk do that. You're planning a trip. There's a big group of you.
Yep.
Even if you've not worked in catering, like you say,
Yeah.
I didn't hate 20 chairs.
Aye.
You know what I mean? Or
Aye.
just 20 chairs.
Aye.
But
if you know it's coming.
if I know it's coming, fantastic. We would do it every bloody day.
Yeah.
And I think,
Aye, I've
Forget my
got
street
30
recording.
folk coming in their car, and they've contacted you, could say, well, here's my number. Get them a text or order.
exactly. And it's even for like ordering, because
Aye.
I mean, if you get 30 bacon rolls, that's a whole pack of bacon gone or whatever.
Aye, yeah.
But I think as well, because the trade is there, like you
Yeah,
say,
yeah,
you
yeah.
see them going past. I think because we've not long been open,
Yep.
we're pushing our reviews and things like that on Google and all these sorts of things.
Yep.
I think that's yet to catch up to these clubs.
Yeah.
So through the winter, me and Mum had spoke about some of these clubs, because I suppose you could go on NC 500 and see this club toured, this club toured, this club toured, and just putting a big mail shot out to them, email saying, look, here you go, you'll get, I don't know, 10% off if you come in for take or whatever.
Yeah.
And say to them, as long as you get in touch 3-4 days before, we'll be able to, or we should
can
be able
look
to
after
cater
you.
you.
Aye.
Yeah.
So an idea for that is maybe go onto social media and just search the hashtag NC500. There's a load of them, right enough. But look at the most popular one and just look for any of them that are doing the Scottish.
Exactly. Yeah.
I was about to say doing the Scottish, but the NC500 is Scottish.
Yeah, but yeah, so I mean
been a
that would be great trade as well, because
Yeah.
you start the day knowing X amount of people are coming in that door, and they've dealt us what they want.
Aye.
Or even if they haven't, they've
And
said
all
we're all
that,
wanting rolls.
Your fucking local trade, or your bread and butter day in, day out, when the 30 folk aren't coming, then they get to know what's happening as well, and you're not upsetting them, you're not pissing them off.
Exactly, that's
So
the thing, because
another good thing,
I had put a thing up on Facebook and Instagram on the Wednesday, I think it was, before the Cannonbawz came, just saying, heads up, they'll be here between 1 and 3 or whatever, just in case. And a few folk locals did come in earlier
to beat it,
just to stay out of the way. I mean, the car park's a giveaway. If it's full of 40 cars, they're not coming in anyway. But at least they're not planning, I'll meet you there at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then
Aye, they can't
being a
get in
bit
the car
perturbed
park.
by it.
Yeah.
But then, like I said, going on the local trade thing as well, got a good strong local trade too.
Yeah.
Got regulars every week, which is great, because then when the Cannonbawz come in, you can put that up on Facebook and they know. But yeah, the car club thing or groups, that would be mint. That would be ace.
So I think if you keep, I think if you search the NC500 hashtag, gives you loads of the groups that are using it, and then you start using it, you'll start popping up when they search.
Yes,
for
that's
that.
the thing.
And then if they know you're there, they know the car park's there, and it's just before the Bielak, which they're all coming to do at some point
that's
anyway.
what it is.
Aye.
Yeah. Whether they're going or coming.
Aye.
Yeah.
Everybody's coming to do that, or go to Applecross and there's this, lovely road to drive up as well, which is perfect. So it's all good, man. Is there anything you want to say, anything you want to get out, anything you want to is there anything you need to sell about yourself locally, if anyone locally watches this? Because I do plan on putting a link on the Lock Karen page.
Okay.
Because I do want to say, hiya, I'm here, I've got a studio, I want to
that
talk
makes
to
sense.
local business owners. Me and Abbie have had a chat, and I'd love to talk to more of you, get to know more people.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
stuff like that, get to know people with their stories. My friend Alan and I, who will be up at some point, we've done a lot of mental health stuff over the last sort of couple of years. So I'm not adverse to sitting having,
Excellent,
the odd story. And I'm not saying that everybody has to do that. I'm not saying that that's what people do or don't want to do. A lot of people didn't want to hear it. A lot of people do. A lot of people want to help others.
Exactly.
I'm not suggesting you go down that path. This is about your business. So, I mean, do you think the locals? I mean, you've got a better bite on them than I have just coming here. Is it? Will people be wary of me at the moment? And
I don't think
what's
so.
this guy all about?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, thinking of like local business owners again, Nevin at the Lockdown Hotel.
Yeah, yeah.
Apologies if you would hate doing this. I think he would be pretty keen for this because he's a kind of go-getter as well.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, he's anything that's publicity.
I want to get the community involved. I really do. Kids as well. Not you know, just. I've heard a lot about isolation. I've not seen it yet myself because I'm only just here. But I've heard a lot. I've heard it being bandied about a lot.
I think it's, I suppose in the phase I am in my life, I don't really see much of it because I'm going to work, I'm going to the kids' school, I'm going to Christmas play, shit like that. But I think there's a huge percentage of elderly people in Lochcarron
that are full of great stories, by the way.
I mean,
exactly.
They've recently, that might be one thing as well to look into, the Howard Doris Centre. So it's now called, it's changed names. I don't want to say the wrong name, but it has...
The Lochcarron Centre, isn't it?
That might be it. So originally it was, well, not that long ago, this time last year or whatever, it was just an old folks home.
Right, okay. Yeah.
They would hold, people over a certain age. It would they would have residents and they would make dinners, and older people over the age of whatever in the village could go for a cheap dinner and be around it, surrounded by folk their own age.
Right. Again, the community thing.
Exactly, getting them socialising because loneliness, mental health thing, not good. But now, I think it's went privatised or the NHS about it one way or the other, not sure. It's become this community hub. You know, they're doing a lot of things with kids. They're doing, they were speaking about after school clubs. I'm not sure how much will materialise or they'll have the funding, whatever, for. But it's exciting stuff that's going on down there too.
I heard they have like a man shed or a men's shed or something like that. Quite interesting, something like that. You know,
I think it's for older guys that just want to talk to other guys about man stuff.
Hey, I love to talk.
Yeah, exactly. So that might be something for you to get a grasp on local shit and introduce yourself, to people. But no, I think locally people would welcome you. They've always been quite welcoming.
I went to. I mean, we hadn't actually moved here, but we were up visiting Claire's dad. And there was a village hall meeting at the village hall. So, we knew we were moving up, and I thought, we're up here, I'm going to go to that. And I just sat in the background and listened to everything that was going on. It was quite good, actually, because there was guys in for Port, and they were doing a presentation and stuff like that. There was people in, I think they were from the fishery thing, which I know nothing about, and I'm not commenting about. I know nothing about.
Yeah, that sort of industry.
Industry, and then there was someone else who might have been something to do with the pottery thing at the Lochcarron.
Oh, okay,
just not far for you.
Oh, right,
I don't know, but anyway, it was good to see a lot of the discussion. There was somebody there for the golf course, there was somebody there for the shinty club, so it was a proper wee cut of what was going on in the village. And I really wanted to pitch in and say something like that, but I thought, no, you're not here yet. Keep your mouth shut. Because, I mean, this thing here, the Fly Fifer, I can't keep my mouth shut. I'm murdered for just blurting out what I think.
So I'd be sitting with my hands in it anyway.
Yes. I've got to sit with my hands and hud my lip or play my beard or something like that. And it's no that I'm a troublemaker, and it's just but you like to, I see it like this, and if you try that, you never know. So I'm really keen to get involved. Really
There's like you say, that never even came into my mind about the whole Kishern Port and things like that.
Yeah,
there is a lot of stuff going on. I mean, that is booming.
Thought, were you getting any trade out of that? Because there's a lot goes backwards and forwards.
They have their own canteen on site.
Right. Okay.
So because when I was doing cleaning, I did quite a bit of work cleaning there, cleaning oil rigs and stuff, which was really fucking cool.
I bet.
But yeah.
So cleaning them, was that your own business as well?
Yeah. So that was my business.
Done a fair bit of that myself.
It's good.
Yeah. I was windows, carpets, and power washing.
Oh, nice.
Yes, and I'm about to start that again. But anyway, that's for another chat.
Right, though.
Yeah.
There's plenty of work with that, things like that here. But yeah, so I worked over at Kishern probably would have been a few years ago now at the yard where all the works is going on. And it was relatively small at that point, but now when I go over it, it's like, fuck, it's grown. And it does. There's a lot of people. Some people aren't keen.
Right.
For various reasons. But it does create local jobs.
Yes.
All the cleaners there are local.
Right.
the guys doing the maintenance are local, even though the folk that are working on the boats, obviously they're from companies shipped in 3 weeks on, 3 weeks off.
Yeah.
But it is bringing jobs to folk, and all those Kisher and Port guys go to the pub on a Friday night. Or they don't if they're not allowed.
If they're not, if they're working.
Yeah, exactly.
Aye.
They never drive.
Yeah.
But, you know, so that's the knock-on effect. And aye. So there's a lot going on.
Right, so they having their own canteen, you didn't really get much trade for them, but
Aye,
fair enough.
because that was in our ideas as well. Before we got the cafe, well, one of our sitting with cups of tea going, I wonder about this.
Aye.
Was a mobile food truck or something, and you just go and you park outside that yard for 12:30 till 2 o'clock, and they all come and get bacon rolls.
Aye.
But that was shut down because they've got the canteen,
canteen.
which makes sense. All their food
Totally makes
subsidised.
sense. Aye.
If it wasn't, we probably would have went that way because you've got all these hungry guys coming off wanting tins of Iron Brew and bacon rolls, you know.
Aye.
But like I said, they do put a lot of money back in, and even these companies, they sponsor the shinty team.
Yep.
They put money for the school fencing.
I noticed that, and they heavily sponsor them, don't they?
Which is really good. And I think it was because they did get initially a bit of backlash about eyesores and all these sorts of things, and blah, 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 which is changed. People have an opinion, and that's great. And, you know.
Looking for a sponsor, by the way, KPL and the
yeah.
hotel and the fishery people.
Yeah, all
you
of
know,
them.
This isn't all free.
It can be yours.
Yes.
But yeah, so then I think to kind of not mend bridges, but put a little olive branch. It was like do all these things, and people love that shit because it's our community, our kids, their grandkids, stuff like that. So the money to the nursery, the money to the shinty park, the shinty team and stuff. It was really good, which is fantastic.
I mean, their kids might be their employees. You know, 10 years, 20 years down the line.
It's going to be there for as long as
it's not going anywhere now. They're not investing that amount of money for it to just be shut in a couple of years. You know what I mean? So, and it makes sense. And most of when I was at the meeting, they were talking about blowing up that rig that was there and what they were going to do.
Which was really cool.
Which was cool as, because we were up here then. And I missed it getting blown up because I took my mum over the Bielak that day, and I was like, that thing there is, it was blown up. I just missed it.
Oh, man, it was.
And I was like, that thing's getting blown up. And I was like, looking at it like, no, it's
not
not been blown up. I think it's been done. But head's wasted. I'm losing it again.
But yeah.
What are we talking about?
A lot of shit coming in.
A lot of shit coming in. A lot of shit going out. And take it away in your camper van.
Exactly. Segue back to that.
Aye.
But yeah, so no, I don't think there's anything I want to announce or sell myself. It's
good. Come to the cafe.
Come to the cafe. Bring your dog.
Yep. Dog friendly.
Take your rubbish with you. Well, no, I'll get rid of your rubbish. But yeah, that's it. It's good.
Get the bags out the kitchen, Claire. See through that white door there.
The cafe's shut just now. Good. Sorry, Mum.
Aye. So, shall we wrap it up there? What do you think?
Yes,
I think that's enough. Cannonbawz, though. Oh, shit, we better talk about
shit.
that. Aye.
The only thing we're here
sorry,
to
Chris.
talk about.
Aye. we got her here to talk about that. But
I know,
so
sorry.
we kind of hit it on anyway about people getting in touch and informing you that they're coming, which in a roundabout way you kind of got. But you need folk to come in, use the car park, use the toilets, but spend fucking money. You know what I mean?
That's
because the toilet paper doesn't pay for itself. The cleaning of the toilet isn't free. Someone's got to do that and be paid to do it. So
exactly. And I think it's because a lot of these car clubs or bike clubs, they tend to have a wee routine, or a wee itinerary, the places they stop. They tend to stop at places that sell food too close together.
Yes.
So then it's people stopping at wherever,
Aye.
eatery, an hour away that side, and then coming to us, well, they just want a bloody eat, are they? They're going to have maybe a coffee, have a piss, and that's it, you know?
I know, and the thing is, when you're driving a lot of hours anyway, your kind of intake is going to be reduced.
You're not sitting down having a full-cooked breakfast and then having a bacon roll down with me.
Because you're not getting far before you need the toilet. And if you have a cup of tea at every stop, you're not getting far before you need the toilet. So.
Exactly,
Aye. So maybe that, if you are organising a car club thing, is just like, okay, right, well, no stop there that year. We're going to stop there. By the way, we're coming to get fucking food.
Yeah, I think next time I kind of liaise, because you do learn from, I should have said that, or should have been maybe a bit more forthcoming. I think next time I would say, right, I'm going to hate to order stuff in, so can you guarantee that at least X amount of people will eat? If not, don't worry about it, we can do coffees. Because I think any time that's happened before, you're not pissed off that they're not coming in. It's more like, great, we've got all this shit that we were ready to go. We bought all this extra stuff. And as long as, if 30 people are coming and only 10 are eating, I'm really not bothered. That's ace. We've got 10
That's
in the
good.
door.
Yeah.
Rather than I think the 30 are coming in and only 10. You know what I mean? I think next time I liaise with people, I'd want to maybe get more information out of them.
More information, more sharing, more like tagging that where they are and stuff like that. You know, where you are, putting you on the map. Reviews as well. You know what I mean? The toilet was really clean. I didn't buy a coffee, but the toilet was great. You know what I mean? Super soft toilet or whatever. You know, something, and then just, you know, Murphy's Calf, NC 500. You know, tagging all these things in will give you more exposure anyway. So
and that can't hurt.
Nah, can't hurt. Can't hurt at all. I'm just trying to think if we've missed anything. Cannonbawz was great though. It's good. We've got a load of footage.
I've seen the photos that you took. They were absolutely, they were lovely. Even though the weather was shit, they looked really good.
That's her.
Kudos
It's like I
to
say
you.
with everyone, you know what I mean? I'm here to carry and move stuff. Claire makes it look good. You know what I mean?
Well, she did a good job.
Aye, she makes it all look good, you know. So, right, let's end there because I think that's us an hour in. Play out with this wee jingle all the time. But thank you very much. Fucking roasting in here.
I know it is.
I need to do something about that because that thing's boiling. There's another one there and it might be red, but it's fucking roasting. Absolutely roasting. Listen, thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you.
And Murphy's Calf, quick. Oh, where are we? I'll put you on the camera because you need to plug the shit out of Murphy's Calf.
Murphy's Cafe, just before
Hang on.
Locaron. Oh,
go.
shit.
Right, go now.
Okay.
It's all yours.
Murphy's Cafe, just before you come into Locaron at the golf course, take a left. If you're coming west, we'll be there.
And that's your part and comment. What about Facebook, social media?
Oh yeah, sorry, thank you. So we're on Facebook, Murphy's Cafe. We're on Instagram, Murphy's Cafe 2024, and that's us.
The part and comment for me is get in there, buy something, take your dog, get a photo of your dog. It'll be dog of the day or the week or the month or whatever, and hashtag Murphy's Calf, hashtag the NC500. Get in there, right? Anyway, let's go. Adios, amigos. Hi, I just want to end that one by saying thank you very much to Abbie. It was a very brave thing to do. If you've never done anything like this before, it can be a bit daunting, but well done. That was a great hour's conversation. I fucking enjoyed every single minute of that. But coming up next, added to that, is the Cannonbawz stuff, some of the pictures that Claire took and some of the conversations that I had very quickly because it was a whistle-stop tour. The boys were in and then off again. So I spoke to Chris and some of the guys involved in the event, and that's up next. Don't forget, guys, if you don't mind, please like and subscribe, and if you didn't mind, share it with somebody. Every little helps the channel grow. And as much as I didn't need that, it's good to get it out there. It's good to talk. Thank you very much. Thank you, Abbie. Outstanding. Chris, guys, you're up next. Thank you. Adios, amigos.
The Fly Fifer podcast. Let's talk. Your chat, your way.
Right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Chris from the Cannonbawz run. They've just popped into the local village that I've just moved to. So the last couple of days I figured, what the hell, I'm going to try and grab Chris, who you'll see in a minute. I grabbed the woman in the cafe and we put this together, so here we are. So enough of me, because you've heard me rabbiting on pish for years, so it's Chris's turn. He's going to introduce, and we're just going to say who, what, when, where, why. Over to Chris now. Ish. Right, Chris. Thanks for taking time to do this, because I know you'll be out, you're not busy, stressed with what's going on today. The cars look fantastic. It's an amazing thing that you're doing, and it's good for the local economies of the villages that you pop through. Okay, so enough of me. It's your turn.
Thanks very much. I'm Chris O'Neill. I run and organise the Cannonbawz run, which is a car event that supports charity.
Right.
We've run this for the last 10 years. It's a family fun, affordable event for everyone that can come along and enjoy.
Right.
We raise money for primarily the Marfan Trust, which was a condition my brother Liam, and my best friend and my hero, sadly passed away 3 years ago from a condition called Marfan syndrome, which affects the connective tissue around the body.
And see, when people say that, Chris, can I just stop you there? See, is it Manfran?
No, Marfan.
Because I'm struggling.
Marfan,
Marfan, F-A-N.
Marfan,
right, okay, cool.
Yeah, so Marfan syndrome, Liam was he had this Marfan syndrome all his life, you know.
Right.
He was born with this genetic condition. It's a genetic mutation that skips generations.
Right,
and
okay.
poor Liam ticked every box of, what Marfan had, so he wasn't allowed to do contact sports and bits and pieces and stuff like that. But latterly in Liam's life, Liam taught karate, and he got himself up to brown belt, and they honoured him after he passed away and gave him his black belt.
Right.
So Liam taught kids. He was a mentor. He was a sensei to kids, you know, and he was he loved what he did. Absolutely loved.
So the Cannonbawz is Liam's gig in his memory and to support the charity.
Yeah, well, myself and Liam started this 10 years ago.
Right.
And then, you know, we just kept on. We always raise money for Marfan Trust, and then other guest charities as well. So, you know, Scottish Charity Air Ambulance, Rock to Recovery, different other charities throughout the years as well. After Liam passed away, the decision, you know, it was not long after Liam passed away that Cannonbawz was up. Everyone had paid their money, everyone was, you know, registered to go, and it was like this decision: do I cancel it? Do I keep it going? And it was my family, and you know, and Cannonbawz family as well, because I always say the Cannonbawz is a family that just says, no, come on, we'll get you through this, let's go. So it was like
how the hell do you set something like this up? This is huge in my mind, in my eyes, you know, to me.
It's massive, and it's grown over the 10 years. It's gone arms and legs. When we first started this up, it was just from watching Smokey the Bandit movies and Cannonball Run movies, and just from my love of Burt Reynolds movies, you know. And I used to say, you know, I said, Liam, we need to do something in Scotland, because the NC 500 hadn't long opened up then. And I thought, you know, it'd be great, because I mean, you see Gumball and stuff like that, great rallies and stuff, but costing £10,000 and really quite, you know, for the rich and the people who've got lots of money. So I wanted to do an affordable one that anyone could come along on and take anything they want. You know what I mean? I've always said at the end of the day, everyone's pride, you know, supercars, their own pride and joy, no matter what it was. And up until recently, I had a beautiful 2.7 Porsche Cayman. And
is that the one on social media? You went to Bristol or something to pick up?
So, and unfortunately, the Shark won't be in this run, so I've got my new one, which I saved hard for, and I'll probably be paying it off the rest of my life. But so it's just, as I say, you know, it's all for Marfan Trust and different kind of charities, guest charities that we help out over the years as well.
So what are you driving now, did you just say?
Porsche Cayman GT4.
GT4, and that's yours?
That's mine now.
Right, okay. And it's no a 1.2, as I heard you saying earlier.
No, but so that's mine was always the number 1, so that's 1/2.
Right.
So it's like the Mark II of the 1, so that's respect for the Shark that's no here. So that's
no here.
As Colin calls it, the Great White Shark.
And Colin, what's your gig here? Because I noticed when you came in that you got out Chris's car. So
yeah, well, I met Chris several years ago now at an event in Elgin. Yeah, so it was a car meet in Elgin.
Yeah.
And I own and operate a marketing company called Kilt Ads.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
And we do predominantly, it's Scottish-based marketing company, but we do a lot of work around the F1.
Right.
So we got chatting, we made friends, and I decided to sponsor Chris's Cannonbawz because it seemed like a good thing and the right thing to do. A decision I've never, ever regretted.
Right.
Sponsored it now for 5 years.
5 years you've been involved. Yeah. So am I right in saying this is number 10?
10, this is the 10th one.
Right,
Cannonbawz X, as we call it.
Right, Cannonbawz X.
Cannonbawz X.
Good.
So I now, on certain Formula 1 events, I take Chris with me.
Yeah.
And that's then introducing Cannonbawz through Chris to an international audience.
Yeah.
And we've actually had people from likes of Monaco F1, Super Yacht guests last year who came and then went on the run over here.
Right, okay,
so
cool.
And I would encourage, I think every sponsor that Chris has is here on the run.
Right.
They can be on the run. We've got sponsors, wine company, Wine Corner from England. They've come all the way up from England to be on the run because they enjoy it so much. And they get what it's all about, and they know they're doing a good thing. Yeah. And I would encourage anybody that's listening who wants to be involved in supporting a fantastic charity with a great bunch of people to get involved.
Right.
Because you can actually come and enjoy the fun with them.
Right. And anybody that's not seen the posts or anything that I've put out, where did you start today?
We start in Elgin, so we always start in Elgin High Street. So we have like similar to Gumball, we have a high street start. So we have the cars all parked up as well. So the cars all parked up by 9 o'clock. Everyone can come and enjoy the cars, have a look at them and stuff like that, and then
kids get the photos taken and stuff like that.
Get sweeties and stuff like that as well. One of our sponsors, Stu and Drew, he's brilliant as well. Gives sweeties and ice cream. He's brilliant. So and you know, we were at 9 o'clock. We parked up, and 11 o'clock the flag goes down. It was a wee kid that we just randomly gave the flag to. Do you want to
start it?
And he was lovely. He was absolutely over the moon. It was lovely. It was
made
really
his
nice.
day. That
so he started 50 cars off in the high street, and off we went. You know, through our Cannonbawz arch. And then he went through, we headed off, and then that's us off in the NC 500 journey.
Wow.
So we head off from here, we finish off here in a short while, and over the Applecross, from Applecross, gear lock around that lane, and finish off in Ullapool
tonight. Yeah.
So in Ullapool, what we're going to do is, because we've been Ullapool for the last 10 years, we want to give something back to Ullapool. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a parade all the cars one after another, straight through Ullapool, new Marine Promenade, and then straight down and park up at the harbour so everyone can again come along and have a look at the cars, talk about the charities, what we do. And then we go to Ullapool Village Hall at night time and we've got entertainment by Rumac, and we do a charity auction as well.
Right,
again, to raise money for the charities as
Brilliant,
well.
And what we'll do is, if you give me all the links, we can talk to each other. Give me all the links to that, and I'll put that out with this.
Definitely
as well.
Definitely. Our main one's Cannonbawz.com, and on that you can find links to different.
I normally do this around mental health. We've done a lot of work with mental health. Our podcast. Cool.
So that's who we're going to be a charity we're going to be looking after next year.
All right, brilliant. Yeah. And one of the questions that come from one of the guys that helps me with this podcast is why Cannonbawz? Is it purely just the Scottish thing, or is there another?
Well, I guess Cannonball was already taken.
Was taken, aye.
Is that? I thought, what can we call it? What we can call it? We want a Scottish touch on it as well. We just thought your ball is your boss, and I just thought of Cannonbawz.
And how many of us use that? Well. Your boss,
your boss, your boss.
It's got several variations as well. We've got somebody here today with a
Cannonbawz. Right, okay.
They've got Cannonbawz.
Cannonbawz. Brilliant. We need to get them to do a roll. Something, like fucking meatballs or something like that. Cannon meatballs. All the balls. Aye, definitely. Listen, I just wanted to grab you very quickly. It's great that I've got to speak to one of the sponsors as well, so I didn't want to hold you back.
No problem.
You guys have got enough going on, and thanks for speaking to me.
Days, you're very welcome.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much.
Much
and Colin, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And then you want to plug it now? And
Cannonbawz, you know what I mean? Come and check us out. We do a few runs a year as well, as well as a big NC 500, and it will be this kind of weekend anyway. It's usually the end of August time. We go. We can have it going at the same time as when Thunder in the Glens on Navimore, just so that the roads are a quick quieter for us as well.
Up this way.
Totally.
Because we were thinking there's a lot on, but then that makes sense. That's perfect. Get all the bikers down there, get the cars up up over the Bailey. Which will be an interesting one today.
Oh, exactly. Well, what we do is we group small up in groups. We break up in small groups and we head over the BL in small groups. But once we went over once week, I was like, right, okay, we'll do it in groups of 10. Right, 10 goes, then a 10-minute break, 10 minute break. And then, but I didn't know this, but there'd been a car broke down in the BL. So I'm sending all these 10 cars away, and by the time I get up there, there was 40 cars, like a massive traffic jam. I thought, oh no.
And how many cars you got today? You got
48, I think.
48 cars, and is that two in a car, or is that?
Can be 2 in a car, mostly
right,
2
so
in a car.
about 80 odd guys, male, female. It's brilliant.
That's it. I mean, from everything, we've got the Porsche GT3s to Fiestas and old Escorts and stuff. So it's just about anyone can come along and enjoy it, anything they want.
Good. Thank you very much for your time.
Very welcome.
Go and enjoy your Cannonbawz.
Thank you very much.
The name of a famous footwear brand. Don't think about it. Just do it.
Just do it. Good. Right, Colin. Thank you very much. Chris, thank you very much, guys. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Nice one, mate. Enjoyed that. Thanks, pal.
Right, we're back in the room, and Chris has brought a friend, Jay. Jay, they tell me you've come all the way from America.
That's true.
All right, so this camera behind me is on you now.
Okay.
So just you talk away, bro. Talk about America and what you did over there and what achievement you had over there.
Well, the Cannonball run in America, that's New York to Los Angeles. I've made that run multiple times.
Right.
And I set the record for the fastest solo non-stop Cannonball run.
Wow.
I equipped the car with 3 32-gallon auxiliary gas tanks.
Wow.
A total fuel load of 107 gallons when I left.
107 gallons?
107 gallons in the car. And I drove without stopping.
And no passengers, I'm guessing.
No passengers. And I drove without stopping 33 hours and 45 minutes to break the non-stop record.
Right, we use a thing in this country. A lot of the drivers used to use a thing called Pro Plus to stay awake. Little tablets you would eat. Caffeine tablets, that's all they were, caffeine. Yes. I'm guessing you were down that route, or was it?
I did. I actually went several weeks without caffeine or alcohol before I did the run.
Right.
To purge it out of your body. And so then when you do hit caffeine, it hits a whole lot harder and lasts longer when you do it.
Yeah, brilliant. What was the vehicle? What was it you were?
It was a Toyota Prius.
Oh, the Prius. Wow.
Yes. And that car has, in April, it broke another record.
Right. Yeah.
So I equipped the car with a self-driving system, so a DIY self-driving system.
Right.
And the previous semi-autonomous Cannonball run record was 55 hours done in a Tesla.
Right.
My wife, Gypsy, behind me here, and We did it in.
Come over if you want. No, shy. She's shy.
We did it in 43 hours.
43 hours.
Not 12 hours off the previous record.
Wow. All this for a movie as well, isn't it?
Amazing.
How bizarre, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's just amazing.
Yeah.
So you're on this one. Are you a passenger or are you driving?
I'm driving.
Well, are you driving here, sir?
I'm driving a Mercedes C200 Estate. I'm driving the fastest car here. It's a rental.
It's a rental. Right. Okay. And is that fastest in performance or is that just fastest today?
It's fastest because you don't care. You pay for the damage waiver. You pay the cleaning fee.
Right.
You drive it as hard as you want. If you damage it, you don't care. When you get done with it, you go to the rental-car place, hand them the key, and walk away.
And what brought you over then? Where do you guys come in together? Where does Chris and Jay meet up? What happens? How does that happen?
I'll let you tell that one, Chris.
It was amazing because we do the Northeast 250 as well. We were actually the first driving group to start in Northeast 250.
Right, okay.
And then just heard that Jay was interested in Cannonbawz run and wanted to come across and do it, and I just thought it was amazing. Got this message out the blue from Jay Roberts. I'm Jay Roberts, Cannonball Run. You know, I hold the record for such and such, and I'd love to come and do your event. So that's amazing. Just absolutely incredible. Just brilliant.
I've got one thing I want to say to you, Chris. Next year needs to be in kilts. We need everybody in kilts, man. Yeah. I know I was going to put mine on as well, but that would just add that extra wee bit to the Boz, you know. Like make sure you've got Sutton tartan on, you know, or to go with the logo, you know. Yeah. I mean, Jay, we'd get you a tartan for somewhere, I'm pretty damn sure.
I already have the tartan, already have the
Good.
kilt,
Any like history, historical, family?
Yes, I come from the Bruce. The Bruce side. My last name Roberts, and that's the Bruce is my family tartan.
All right, cool.
So, but living in North Carolina, the high number of people with Scottish ancestry. So
right.
Majority of my ancestry is from this
From the
area.
Bruce. Right, cool. Well, I'm not going to keep you guys too long because I know time's. Yeah, come on, we're getting tight. Right, listen. For anyone listening, any advice you would give them on motoring in general or doing a Cannonbawz?
Well, just get a hire car, rental car, and come and have fun. Because like I said,
rental cars.
If you hit one of these potholes here on a single track and bust a wheel or a tire, you call someone, they come fix it. You know,
get a rental.
Get a rental.
Get a rental. Chris, you think get a rental?
Get a rental.
Get a rental.
Exactly.
Right, guys. Thank you very much.
Right,
Jay, pleasure meeting you. Thanks for your time. Chris, thanks again. Thank you.
Cheers.
And here we are with another two Cannonbawzers, as of to say. It's Cannonbawzers. Now, Chris has left me with these two guys. I don't know them, but I do know that one of them is the first biker doing a Cannonbawz. So I'm going to put you guys on the mic. And seeing as it's the first biker, I'm going to speak to you. And we're going to do my Silly Black moment. What's your name? Where'd you come from? I've stopped doing the Liverpudlian accent because I'm terrible at it.
That's all right. My name's David. I'm from Elgin.
Right, okay.
And as the first biker, it's been quite nervous, but all the car riders and drivers have been really sensible and looking out for me as well. So it's been really good.
Yeah, and a wee bit drizzle on the roads today. How are you finding it?
It's a wee bit wet, but you just got to ride to the conditions and just be sensible. No silly things like.
Right. Okay. I was a rider myself for I did about 5-6 years. Hardcore, winter, summer, everything, and but prior to that, I had family in between.
Yeah.
You come in, mate. You're all right. Just go. You're okay. So I had family in between, so bikes go down the pecking order. But then as they grow up, the bikes come back. But you know, I had a mad thing, man. I had Bandit 600, Bandit 1200, bought myself a Hayabusa because, as you do, it's the fastest bike. At the time, it was, I'll get in there. It was the fastest road bike at the time. I went on this Hayabusa and my life flashed in front of my eyes for no other reason than I looked at the clock, 167, I looked at the road and I'm banked right down. I was like, what am I doing?
Yeah,
it's
so
doing?
easy on that kind of bike.
That was in fifth.
Awesome. Yeah.
Still had 6 to go. And I drove to the end of the bypass. It was the city bypass in Edinburgh. Drove to the end of that. That was my biking career ended. It was like something switched. And I've never been on a bike since. Anyway, this is meant to be about you, know me. So, yourself, sir. Who am I speaking to?
Midlife Crisis 101X.
Midlife Crisis. Cool. He's on YouTube as well. So you're used to this game. You do a bit of talking. So your first Cannonbawz.
First year. So
first year,
we did
right. Ah, right, okay.
Did it as a warm-up to another event. Just
Uh-huh.
got back from the States and Alaska
Right.
with Jay Roberts.
All right, cool.
And yeah, so we're then doing proper Cannonbawz.
And how are you finding the Scottish one so far?
It's lovely.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
That coming down that valley there into Lochcarron's something else, isn't it?
It's lovely.
I mean, you'd be on the bike like, oh my God, how did I do this?
The roads are great.
They're great, yeah.
A lack of potholes.
Yeah.
So further south, more potholes. Up here, lovely.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of space for the bikers.
Listen, there's plenty of potholes to come. Believe me, you're about to go over the Bailach. If you've not experienced potholes, you're about to, that's for sure. But so Northeast 250 was it?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
right. Okay, and is that's yearly like this as well, is it?
Yes.
Right, okay.
Yeah, it's just a shorter run. So
Yeah.
it's a day run rather than the 2 days.
Right. So I better be very quick because you guys are about to leave. So listen, any advice you want to give people that are interested in Cannonbawz, any charities you want to pump, please punt it now. Your YouTube channel, feel free.
Yeah, so you can see all the bits and pieces on Midlife Crisis Model 1X. That's
Right.
on all social media channels, YouTube, Facebook,
Yeah.
Instagram. Doing this for a charity called PTSD 999, which is for veterans of the emergency services who are suffering from PTSD.
Right, okay.
So it's to help these people
Wow.
then move forwards.
Right.
It's a charity dear to myself as I've served for 27 years
Cool.
with the military and then emergency services.
And were you an ex-military man yourself?
Yes, military
Yes.
and emergency services.
Emergency services as well. What about yourself, and you want to say to folk bikers out there?
Yeah, just go for it. Everyone's very welcoming. From the minute I kind of arrived, everyone was speaking to me and stuff like that. So
Right.
it's a warm welcome, and it seems like a family. So just
Aye.
get yourself signed up to it and get on to it next year.
Excellent. And are you doing any charities, or are you just doing the
I always support the blood bikers.
blood bikers? Right, okay.
It's obviously a main thing, and any emergency service really.
Right.
You've got to look out for them. They always help bikers, and I've needed it myself in bike accidents, so it's been good. So
Okay,
support
gentlemen.
them.
Listen, I'm worried that you're going to miss this crew leaving. So thank you very much, sir.
Cheers.
Thank you. And thanks for your time.
you.
Thank you. All right. Fly Fifer's podcast, you'll get it from there.